You're going to start another one. Have you started one? Okay. 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 Thank you. Anyway, we just started another one. Um, yeah, people have started coming in. I think they were still waiting on the other one. Um, Thank you so much. This is Woman of Influence, Victoria Creppy. We are here to discuss, I mean, the package that our president says is coming. We've tried a couple of times, and some features have changed on Facebook, but thank God we will still do this. So, Lady Abra is going to be on the phone, so we can ask all the questions. So please, if you have any questions, let's go ahead, and ask it. I have some questions that people sent to me already, so she's going to take time and answer all those questions. But if you have another questions or you have any question, please, let's bring it. And Abby, if you can be typing whatever she said, she will say, if you can type it in. Abby, are you live? Hello, Abby. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If you can hear me, Abby. So you can be typing whatever she will say in. Is Abby online? Hello. Can you just ask a question? You say that when is the payment going to start coming, and how do we get it? So that's the first question somebody is asking right now on Facebook. When is the payment going to start coming, and how do we get it?
All right. So as of today, the information that we have received is that the money is supposed to start coming out on Monday the 13th. Now,
Okay.
that is just a date that they have given. When this happened back in 2008, it took a while before people were able to get their money. So anywhere from a month to 2 months. So although the date says April 13th, I don't know exactly if it's going to truly be that week, but you should be expecting it really within the next month or two. Now, the second part of the question is, how do we get it?
Yeah.
If you filed your taxes for 2019 and you elected to receive your taxes via direct deposit, then the IRS should already have your account information. So that's how you will receive it. Now, if you opted for a check when you got your refund, then they will also be mailing it to you. But remember, if they have to cut a check and mail it to you, that's also going to prolong, how long it's going to take before you take it. And the assumption is it can take up to anywhere from 0 to 5 months. So if you don't have your account information set up at the IRS, you want to give them a call. Very soon, they're also going to be rolling out a portal on the IRS website.
Mm-hmm.
Once that portal is rolled out, when you go on there, you can update your information with the IRS so that they have your current account information for you to receive your check.
Oh, okay. So, although the president says that the money is coming like next 2 weeks, and it's really going to take a while.
It's going to take a while in the sense that there's a lot of logistics that needs to be put together.
Mm-hmm.
So you will receive it, but it won't be next week.
Okay.
It will probably start coming out probably after a month or two.
Wow. Okay. So let's go back to please, if you have questions, if you can please bring your questions out, that would be very nice. Thank you so much. And Lady Abna, I just want to use this opportunity to really thank you. I thank you very much for your time. I know you're working from home, so for the time that you took to do this, I'm very, very grateful. All right. So
Thank you for having me.
yes, we were talking about how much, if you are a single, how much do you have to make, and if you are a couple, how much do you have to make? Can you touch on that again?
Okay, yeah. So as I saying earlier, if you are single,
Mm-hmm.
you have to make less than $75,000 for the tax year. Now,
Okay.
what that means is it's not necessarily your wages, but your adjusted gross income. And I'll get into that in a second here. So if you're single, you want to make at least $75,000. And if you're married, it's $150,000. Now, that is your adjusted gross income, not your actual wages. So let's say, for example, your salary for the year is $100,000.
Okay.
As a single person, your standard deduction when you file your taxes is $12,200. So you want to take that $100,000 and subtract $12,200 from it, and the difference is what your adjusted gross income is. So if that number is less than $75,000, then you qualify for the full $1,200 as a single taxpayer. Same thing if you're married. If you take your total wages between yourself and your spouse, and say it's $200,000, you want to subtract $24,400 from that number. And that difference, if it's less than $150,000, then you qualify for the full $1,200.
Oh, okay. So let's say if you are single, Abby, please, if you're online, can you, when I ask the questions, can you please type them in? So if I ask the question that was asked right now, how much do you have to make as a single person or as a married person? If you can type it in at the comments so people will know what we are talking about. Okay, so if you are single and you made more than 75, you will get something, but you won't get the whole amount.
Yes, if you're single and you make greater than $75,000, your money starts to reduce by $5 per every $100 increment. So if you make over $100,000, if you make over $99,000, then you don't qualify for the stimulus check at all.
Okay.
But remember here that we're talking about your adjusted gross income, not your salary, not your wages before taxes. So if your after-tax income is greater than $99,000 as a single taxpayer, then you won't qualify for this stimulus check. As a head of household, if you make $136,500, then you wouldn't qualify for it as well.
Okay.
And then as a joint filer, if you're married with no kids, it's $198,000. So for you to qualify as a single taxpayer, you have to make less than $75,000 to get the full amount, and less than $99,000 to get the partial amount. And then if you're head of household, you have to make less than $136,500 to get the full amount. As well as if you're married filing jointly with no children, you want to make at least $150,000 to get the full refund, the full
amount
check.
Okay.
Or you have to make less than $198,000 to get the partial.
Oh, okay. So at least, even if you make if you are single and you are making 80, you will get something.
Right.
Okay.
You would get something, but you wouldn't get the full $1,200.
The full $1,200.
Right. So for every $100 above that $75,000, it would go down by $5.
It will go down by $5. But then if you make 99, if you are single and you are making 99, it means you don't qualify.
You don't qualify, right?
To even get a penny.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, good. So I hope we understand what she's saying. If you are single and you make up to 75, you will get the full amount. After the 75, every 100 is minus 5. So it depends how much they will take from it. But once you make 99, then you don't qualify at all if you are single. But mommy, if you are couples file together, how much do you have to make not to qualify?
198,000.
That's almost like 200.
Yes.
That's a lot of money anyway. Oh, okay.
But remember, that amount is if you don't have children.
If you don't have children. So if you
don't have,
so like me, I have 3. And maybe me and Bishop, do we still get something?
yes, you would still get something as long as your income. If for the joint filers with no kids, the threshold is $198,000 for you to not qualify for anything. Now, once you have children, then the math changes a little bit.
Okay. So once you have children, then the amount go higher?
Yes, the amount goes higher, but remember, for the children, you're getting $500 for each child that you have on there that's a qualifying child. So you might not necessarily be getting that stimulus check of the $1,200 because your income is greater than the $190.
But the children will get something.
You have children, then your kids would still qualify for that $500 each if they're qualifying children.
Oh, okay. So Evangelist, she just answered that question. If you are couples and you are making almost 200, then you will not qualify. But still, if you have children, your children will still get something, but the couples will not get the 1,200. Is that what you said, lady?
Yes.
Okay. So because somebody is asking a question here, that's why I'm trying to repeat it. She says that what for couples who file together, how much must they not make not to qualify for a refund? So that is almost like the 200. Then you don't qualify, but you have children, then the children will still get something, but
right.
You will not get that money. You will not get it as a parent, but your children.
You wouldn't be eligible for the $1,200, but the $500 for the children, for the qualifying children, would still be available. But remember that if you made $150,000 as a married couple, then you qualify for it. Anything greater than $150,000, all the way to $198,000, you still qualify, but you only get a portion of the $1,200. But after $198,000, then you don't qualify for it.
Oh, okay, good. Another question here on Facebook. It said that what age are the qualified children to get the 500? What age?
You have to have turned 18. You're 18 in the year 2019.
Okay. So if they are 18 last year, they won't have the 500. They won't get the 500.
No, they wouldn't be considered as a qualifying child.
Oh, okay. Oh, mine just turned 18, but it's this year.
So if she turned 18 in 2020,
yes,
she would still qualify. She would still qualify for the 500.
Oh, okay.
Because she was not 18 in 2018 or 2019.
Okay, so Evangelist, if your child is 18, like last year, then they don't qualify. But yeah, so they don't qualify. So if they are more than 18, they don't qualify. So it's range to at least 18. Okay.
Right. So they're not considered as qualifying child.
They are not considered as qualifying child. All right. So now, okay. Once we are here, let me ask you this question, because when I read it, I was laughing myself. The person says that yes. Would all my children get money no matter the number of them? So if I have 10, would all of them get 500? And they are less than 18.
They are qualifying children.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have 10 children and you claim all 10 children on your taxes, then yes.
Wow.
They will qualify.
This one will make people give more people have more children.
But remember, this is just a one-time thing. This is not something that
I know.
going forward. So if you're claiming, but the trick here is you have to make sure that you have claimed
All
those
of them
on your taxes.
Okay.
So if you didn't claim them on your taxes, then you don't qualify. They wouldn't qualify for it. However, if you had a child in 2020, because your child, you had your baby, say you had your baby January of 2020.
Yeah.
And you didn't put your child on your taxes for 2019 or 2018, obviously, because the child was in existence.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is when you file your 2020 taxes in 2021, you would get that money for that child then.
Oh, you would, so you would kind of like get carry forward thing.
Exactly.
I hope
you would still get that credit on your taxes when you file 2021 for your 2020 tax year, as long as you claim that child on your taxes.
On your taxes. Okay, awesome. I have another question here. If you are single senior, okay, so you are single senior who receive SS disability, do you qualify for the package? So you are a single and you are a senior. Do you qualify for, and you are on disability, do you qualify?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
so,
okay.
If you are on Social Security disability and you're receiving Social Security disability checks, you qualify for the stimulus check as well. Now, for those people, a lot of times they don't have to file taxes. They're not required to file taxes. And so one of the questions that I've received is, okay, well, you're saying that the only way to receive my refund is if the IRS has, my banking details, or they're going to mail me a check. So if I don't file taxes because I'm not required to file taxes because I'm on Social Security, then what's happening is the IRS is partnering with TurboTax to create a free stimulus registration for non-tax filers. So if you go on the TurboTax website, and I'm gonna type it in the comment section below. So if you just follow the link and go to that site, you will be able to put in your information so the IRS can have your information. Now, what the IRS is also saying, according to the package, is even if you don't do this step, the IRS would still be able to get your information from the Social Security Administration in order for them to send you your money. Now, I don't know how truthful or how efficient that will be. Yes. So just to avoid any confusion or any delay in you receiving your money, TurboTax is a very reliable source. So if you go on their site and you put in your information, you can put your mailing address in there. If you're more comfortable, putting your mailing address versus your account details, you can do that so that they can have the information on file for the IRS to send you your check.
Oh, okay, that's good. Sharon Thompson, yes, she's asking a question, but I think we talked about it already. Yes, you are qualified to receive the $1,200 if you are a single and you are making $30,000 a year. You are qualified to receive the $1,200. So you are qualified to do that. All right. Okay. We there's another question that's coming here. They are not even making me answer what is on the paper, but there's another question that's coming. It says that a child born last year qualified for $500 as long as they claim them. Okay, that's what you are talking is what the person is repeating. So the next question is what happened if I didn't file tax last year? So if last year I didn't file a tax, what will happen?
Okay, so if you haven't filed taxes for 2018 and 2019, then you need to file if you want to be able to get the stimulus check. If you, for some reason, you don't want to file and you want to wait, the money is yours as long as you qualify for it. It's going to be in the system for however long it's there. So if you haven't filed your taxes for 2018, it may be because you didn't work at all, or 2019 because you didn't work at all and you're not on Social Security, what's going to happen is when you file your taxes for 2020 in 2021, you would be able to still get your 1,200 then.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
So if you haven't filed your taxes for 2018 and 2019, but you have to file your taxes, then go ahead and file your taxes. But if you don't have to file your taxes because you never worked, you don't have a W-2, you don't have a 1099, you don't have any Social Security, you don't have anything that mandates you to go ahead and file, that's fine. If you start working in 2020 and you file your taxes 2021 for 2020 tax year, you will still be able to get your 1,200. You won't get it now, but you'll get it later.
Later. Oh, okay. So, Evangelist, if you don't file your tax now, you can get it later. But the whole thing is we need the money now. So, can somebody go ahead? So, okay, let me say that if somebody didn't file 2019, can they use their 2018 to qualify them?
Yes, and that's a great question, Lady Victoria. The reason is if you haven't filed your 2019 taxes, the IRS doesn't have any information on you for 2019, so they're going to use your 2018 taxes to decide if you qualify for it or not. Now, the other caveat to that is, say 2018, you, for some reason, maybe you were sick or something happened, and so you only worked half the year.
Okay.
And you made $30,000 in 2018. And so based on that $30,000, you qualify for the 1,200. But 2019, everything was great, and you worked extra, you got a bonus or whatever, so your income now as a single taxpayer was, let's say, $90,000. Now remember that they're basing your qualification on 2018 instead of 2019, which is the rightful year that your qualification should be on. So because you received that $1,200 based on the income that you reported for 2018, when you file your 2019 taxes, they're going to have you pay for that $1,200 back.
Okay. So, okay, that makes sense.
The eligibility is for 2019 tax year.
Okay.
However, if 2019 taxes are not available to them, then they will use 2018. But when you file your 2019, they will know that, okay, well, you didn't qualify for the stimulus check, and we sent it to you anyway, so you have to pay that. Okay.
And I think one of the things that we really have to be careful about is what Lady Ablan is just talking about. You cannot really hide anything from IRS. They will come after you. These people, now they are desperate, so they will give you the money. But once everything is settled down, when they look into their books, you don't want to joke with them. So if you didn't file, okay, and you file, if they have to use your 2018 to do and give you the money, and knowing in your mind that 2019 you made more, you will get the money now. But if you file for 2019 and they get to know that you made more, they're coming back for their money. You won't eat it for free. So let us be honest. You don't think, oh, it's a government money, it's a free money, so you want to do anything to get it. Make sure that your books are right. Make sure that what you are saying is the right thing. Okay, I think it's very, very important we do that. I have another question here on Facebook. It says that, okay, so it's just thank them. They are just repeating what you are saying. Thank them so much. Oh, my favorite pastor in the world. My favorite pastor in the world is asking me a question, Pastor Samuel. He says that if a college student of 19 years filed tax on his own, would he get the 1,200 if his parents also claim him on their taxes? And would the parents get 500 qualify credit also? Do you understand the question?
Nice, right? I do. That would be really nice. Unfortunately,
That would be very nice, man.
yeah, unfortunately, the answer is no. Even
No.
if the student filed their taxes on their own.
Okay.
Remember, when a student files their taxes on their own and their parent also claims them on their taxes, what that simply means is that the child didn't take care of themselves.
Okay.
So a lot of high school students or some college students will get a part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the part-time job is just so that they will be able to maybe, have a little bit of allowance for themselves. But that's not what's taking care of them for the year. So the parent is then claiming them on their taxes because they're the ones that took care of them for the full year.
Okay.
So any credit that you would receive would go to the parent and not the child. The only reason the child filed their own taxes is so that they can get back whatever money that they paid in taxes. They can get that money back. So if your child worked $2,000 and they paid $50 in taxes, if they filed their taxes on their own, they're only eligible to get back $50. That's all. They don't get any credits. They don't get anything else added to it. Any credit that the child would potentially get, as far as a credit for being in school, the parents will receive that credit. So in this instance, the parents will receive the $1,200. However, they won't receive the $500 for the child because the child is 19, and so they're no longer considered as qualifying.
Oh, okay.
Now, the disclaimer I want to put on here is the code the act that just got passed is very big. And there's a lot of interpretation going on. There's no clarity that we received from the IRS that says A plus B is C. They're not giving us, so a lot of these things are just most CPAs understanding of what the code is and trying to piece stuff together. So I might be saying that if you're 19 and your parent claims you on your taxes, you might not qualify for the $500. Next week, the IRS might come back and say, you know what, we've updated the code and we're clarifying certain things. So the child at that point might qualify for the $500. But as of today and the understanding that we received on the act, if you're 19, you wouldn't qualify for the $500. I hope that answers the question.
Okay, good. Yeah, so it's like things are changing every day. So it can change any moment. But as for now, they won't qualify for it, but it can change.
Right.
Okay. I have another question here, please. It says that like if somebody is a small business and they are independent contractor, can they how would they be able to access it? And self-employed person, so if they are independent, they don't work for any big company, they are small, like one man stand alone, how can they be able to qualify for what is going on?
Okay. So if you are self-employed, if you're an independent contractor, if you're a small business, and small businesses are any organization that has less than 500 employees. So this includes non-profit organizations such as churches. This includes, a barber, a plumber, anybody who does anything for themselves. Now, within the package, there are allowances or loans and grants that are available to these people. Now, there are two types. The first one is called the EIDL, sorry. So that one it's a grant. You can get a grant up to $10,000 that you don't have to pay back.
Okay.
You can apply for this on the SBA website, which is the Small Business Administration website. Once you go on there, it's a very straightforward application. You just go in and it literally takes like 5 minutes, for you to go through the application. If you're a nonprofit, it's going to ask you a few things. Just go ahead and answer those. It's going to ask you for your revenue for the year 2019, as well as your expenses for the year 2019. Now, once you've gone through that process, if you qualify for it based on the information that you put in the application, then you would get a follow-up email on what exactly you need to provide in order for you to get access to that money. That's the small business one that's available for small businesses and independent contractors. Okay, go on the website, just do the application, put all the information in, and then see what happens after that. Now, remember that for that particular program, only up to $10,000 is forgivable. So say you are approved for the loan and you're approved $25,000. You can take the whole $25,000 to assist in your business during this time, but only $10,000 of it is forgivable.
Okay.
That's it. The other one is the Paycheck Protection Program, and their capping is PPP. So for that one, you have to apply it through your bank or any bank that's a small lending bank, okay? That's part of the SBA. So what you want to do is you want to reach out to your banker and you want to ask them, talk through your financial situation with them and see if you qualify for it. Now, that one, the biggest qualification for that piece is it's a paycheck protection program. So it simply means that it's protecting your paycheck. So if you have employees, instead of you laying off your employees at this time, you can take this loan, which is 100% forgivable. 100% forgivable, and you can take all the way up to as much as you need, as long as it's within the parameters of the program, which simply is it's an average of your payroll for 2.5 months. Okay. So there's a calculation that needs to be done in order for you to determine how much of that loan you can get. Once you get the loan and you're able to exhaust the whole amount for qualifying expenses by June, then the whole amount is forgivable.
Okay. So the first one, that the 10,000 is forgivable. So if you are independent contractor and you apply, okay, and you say it's up to what, 25?
No, it's up to 10,000 that's forgivable.
So up to 10,000 that's forgivable. So so if you apply something like that, okay, they just forgive you the 10,000, or you have to prove something why they should forgive you the 10,000, or just you applying, you are getting the 10,000. Is that how it works?
No. So in order for you to get approved, because remember, really it's a loan, except a portion of it is being forgiven.
Okay.
So once you apply for the loan, you have to prove that your business has been affected by this COVID-19 pandemic. If you're able to prove that to them, that's how you get qualified for the loan.
Okay.
So once you've been able to prove that your business has been affected and you get qualified for the loan, then the first 10,000 of it becomes forgivable. Now, after your loan has been approved and you receive your money, you have to apply for the forgiveness.
Oh, so it's not automatic.
For the forgiveness, but it's guaranteed that the first 10,000 is going to be forgiven.
Okay. So once you apply for the first time and you get the money, you have to apply again to be forgiven.
Right.
And that's where you have to prove why you need to be forgiven.
No, you prove up front.
Oh, you prove up
before
front.
you're approved.
Okay.
Right.
So
once you prove that you prove that your business has been affected, that's the qualifying underlying. That's what qualifies you to get the loan.
Okay.
So once you've been able to prove that and you get qualified for the loan and you use the money, depending on how much you receive, because remember, it's only the first 10,000 is forgivable.
Okay.
But you might need more than 10,000.
Okay.
You might need 20,000. You might need 50,000. Just depending on what's going on, how much your mortgage is, how much your expenses are for the month. So you might need more than that, depending on how big your company is. So if you take anything that's greater than that 10,000, then you have to pay back the greater of the 10,000, but the first 10,000 becomes forgivable.
Oh, okay. So I know that the non-profit organizations don't have to file. You can file tax, or you don't have to. Okay, so if you get this money, do you then have to be filing your taxes?
It's not written anywhere in the act that if you get the money, you have to file taxes. For churches in particular, once your organization is registered as a church, you are automatically considered as a 501c3.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to other organizations that are not churches that actually file for a 501c3, because just because you're a nonprofit doesn't mean you're tax exempt, but because you're a church, you're tax exempt. That's the difference.
Okay.
So if you apply for a 501c3 letter and you get it, that you have to file taxes every year in order to keep your exemption. But as a church, because you're not required to apply for a 501c3, you're not required to file taxes.
Okay.
So if you apply for this loan and you get it, you don't have to file for taxes. You just have to be able to show that you used the money to do what you said you were going to use it to do, and it actually falls within the parameters of what qualifies you to get the loan.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So you can't take the money. You can't, let's say you can't go apply for it and say, okay, well, I'm applying for it because I have, a couple of employees, or I have a business, and then, after the pandemic is over, you shut down your business.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't make any sense. So it's almost like you're just trying to take advantage of the process to get the money. If you try to take advantage of it to get the money, then obviously you end up on the losing end. But if it's a legit organization, is a legit business, and you actually have, rent expense, you have utility expenses, you have fixed costs, you have variable costs that you have to pay on a monthly basis, and you're actually running your business, and you have your books up to date, you have, your financial statements up to date, it should be easy for you to just prove that, yes, this is how much, we expense at this same particular time last year. We made, if you're able to show them that, okay, last year in April, my business was able to make $1 million between January and April.
Okay.
And now come 2020, because of this pandemic, I'm only able to make 100,000. That's a drastic reduction in your revenue. As an organization. And so with that, they know that, okay, obviously if you had 10 employees last year, you can't keep paying those same 10 employees that you were paying on $1 million on 100,000 revenue. So then you qualify for the loan.
Okay. So somebody will say that if they don't have an account number, okay, how would they get their money? I know some people don't keep bank accounts. They put their money on Visa cards and those things. So how are they going to get their money if they don't have a bank account?
If they don't have a bank account, then they will be receiving it via a check, and that can take anywhere up to 5 months.
Oh my God!
So as long as the IRS has your address, your correct address on file, they're going to mail you the check.
Okay. Oh, so if it's not going to your accounts directly, they will mail you the check.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And is this money going to be taxable? Is it really really free, or are we going to have to get a statement at the end of the year?
That's a great question too. As of today, it's not taxable.
Oh, okay.
So initially, the speculation around was that it was going to be taxable, that you would receive a 1099-G, and it will be added to your taxes for the following for this year. So when you file your 2020 taxes in 2021, you would add that income. However, the information that we've received as of today is that that money is not taxable. It's considered as, just see it as a tax refund. Just the way you file your taxes and you receive your refund. Because what the refund truly is the refund is made up of two things. It's made up of money that you've paid in excess when you work, and then it's also made up of credits. So this is truly a tax credit or a tax rebate that you're receiving upfront. And that's why if you don't get it now, and you qualify for it and you file your taxes in 2021 for 2020, you would still be able to get it. So it's truly just it's just like a refund, just like your tax refund you're getting. It's not going to be added to your wages for you to pay taxes on it. But the honest truth, Lady Victoria, is all of this money that's being pumped into the system, it's our own money. It's money from taxpayers. It's money that people have been paying in their taxes that is just, you're getting it back. No matter what, somebody's going to pay for the money. It might not necessarily be you, but somebody is going to pay for that money somehow. Because remember that there's a percentage of people who are not getting this stimulus check. And those people are paying very high amounts in taxes. And so you might be, getting the refund, or you might be getting the stimulus check, but somebody else is not getting it, and so it's a sacrifice for you to get it.
Yeah, that's one of the benefit of living in this side of the world. Say it to those of our people who are back home. It's just very interesting. Okay, there's another question here. So it says that my pastor said that based on the circumstance now, will it be right to say every church should then have at least 10,000 forgivable loan?
If you have enough expenses to prove that.
Okay.
If you have enough expenses to prove it. Because remember, for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, the EIDL, the loan is to pay for payroll, is to pay for fixed debts, is to pay for accounts payable, and any other expenses that can be paid because of the disaster's impact. So if you have any expenses that's flowing through your account, then you can aggregate all of that and present it to apply for the loan. So within the next couple of months until June, if your expenses are greater than $10,000, then yes, 100% you should be getting that $10,000 forgivable.
Even if you don't file, you have to be able to file. You have to file before.
When you say you don't file, what do you mean?
Like not file. If you don't apply, you have to apply to be able to do that. It's not automatically going to.
Then you don't get the money. You have to apply to get it.
Oh, okay. So you just want to go ahead as a church to apply. Then from now to June, I think by all means your mortgage and everything, that will really maybe put you in a good form of the 10,000 forgivable.
Yes.
Okay. But
now the only other thing is you can apply for both programs. That's the downside, right? You can apply for the EIDL and the Paycheck Protection Plan.
You have to file for just. You have to apply for just one.
You have to apply for just one. Now, if you want my professional opinion, it's if you are a mid-sized church, if you're a mid-sized to a larger church or larger organization, then you're better off doing the Paycheck Protection Program, because under the Paycheck Protection Program, it's for payroll, it's for any employees or 1099s that you guys pay, it's for mortgage interest, and it's for rent and utilities. So if you aggregate all of that money, these things that I just listed, payroll, employee salaries, mortgage interest, rent, and utilities, if you add up all of this money and it's greater than $10,000, you're better off applying for the Paycheck Protection Program versus applying for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. Now, the reason I say that is the Paycheck Protection Program, 100% of it is forgivable.
Okay.
But on the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, only $10,000 is forgivable. So if you add up all of these expenses and it's greater than $10,000, and you go and apply for which is the easier one, right? The Economic Injury Disaster Loan on the SBA website. If you apply for that one and you get the loan, and let's say you get a loan of $20,000. Only 10,000 of it will be forgivable. You have to pay back the other 10,000. Whereas on the other one, the full 20,000 will be forgivable.
Oh, okay. So what happened if maybe a mid-church, but it's just maybe the pastor that is being paid, but then they have mortgage and they have all those things? Would such an organization still be qualified?
Yes, even if it's just one person being paid, as long as the person is on payroll. Now, I know some churches might compensate like their pastors, but they're not officially on payroll.
Yes.
Those people, it will be kind of hard to prove that you actually have a payroll expense.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not giving the pastor a W-2, neither are you giving them a 1099. So especially for like instrumentalists and, guest preachers and stuff, you give them, compensation, or you give them remuneration without giving them a 1099. So those aspects of it makes it hard for you to show that you actually have payroll expenses.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one make very good sense. Okay, let me see if we have any more questions here. I think we've been able to answer most of the questions here. Yeah, I think we've been able to go through this. Please, if you have any question before Lady Abna goes away, if you have any more questions you can answer, but I think everything has been really be answered. If you are single, you know how much you have to make to be able to get that. And the college student question too was very, very important, the one Pastor Samoa asked, because people have been asking that. Sometimes our children do some part-times, but that does not mean that they have that much. So you will still get the 500 coming to you as a parent, and although they file taxes, they will not be able to get the 1,200 because they really didn't take that much care of themselves. You still took care of them. So that is it. So thank you so much for joining us today, Lady Abna. Thank you so much. You are very, very, very helpful. You are a good to the kingdom, and we don't take your service for granted. May God continue to bless you. So, Lady Abna, can you please let us know what you do exactly, and if anybody needs help, how they will be able to contact you?
Okay. Yes. So, as Lady Victoria said, my name is Abna. I actually own a tax and accounting practice here in the Lawrenceville area. So if you have any issues when it comes to your taxes, or if you own a business or a church and you need help with your accounting services as well as payroll, please give me a call. The one program that I am actually working on initiating this year, and for all of the pastors and the church leaders that might be watching today, is a tax audit or account audit for small churches and nonprofit organizations. Now, the one thing that I have realized over the few years of being in the ministry is that a lot of times, church members or people in general don't really understand what's going on when it comes to church finances and where their contributions are going towards. So what we do is we come in as a third party to sort of help you educate your members to understand that this is all of your income that is coming in, and these are all of the things that is being paid using your compensation or using your contribution. So if you're interested in getting in touch with me, you can find me on Facebook, Sparks Financial Services, and also on Instagram. Our address is 377 West Pike Street, Lawrenceville, Georgia. The zip code is 30046. My email address is sparksfinancialservices@gmail.com. Well, Victor, before we end, I had a couple of things that I wanted to touch on. I know that a few people have also questions on the unemployment aspect of the stimulus package.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So if we can quickly just touch on that for the people who might be interested. So besides just, the $1,200 stimulus check and the $500, check that's going to the kids, there is also so many different things that the package includes, right? Mm-hmm. So the first one is the student loan payment relief. So if your job is currently paying for your student loans, then you can get up to $5,250 of that amount exempted from your taxable income come 2020 tax filing. So if your company wants to pay for your student loan at this point, it's okay. You can go ahead, because initially what was happening is whatever they pay, you have to pay taxes on it. But with this stimulus package, you don't have to pay taxes on it. Now, the other thing is the unemployment. Before, if you get laid off from work, you can apply for unemployment. Mm-hmm. If you're self-employed, you didn't qualify for unemployment. If you are an independent contractor, you didn't qualify for unemployment. But with this stimulus package, everyone qualifies for unemployment as long as your business is being affected by this pandemic. Oh. So if you are an Uber driver who's no longer able to get the amount of customers that you used to get previously, you can apply for unemployment. Okay. If you're a barber and so you can't open your shop anymore, or you're a hairdresser, or you own a salon and so nobody can come in to get their hair done anymore, you qualify for unemployment. You can go ahead and apply for unemployment. If anything that you do now that before you were able to do it, but now you can't do it, and you can't telework. If you can't work remotely, then you qualify for unemployment. Also, if your income has reduced drastically, so let's say for me as a tax preparer, I'm having to work from home, so maybe my income has reduced because if I was in the office, I may get some walk-ins or, people might be coming in. If your income has reduced because of this pandemic, you qualify for unemployment. Wow. So just go ahead and just search for unemployment in whatever state that you're living in. So in Georgia, Google unemployment in Georgia, and it will take you to the unemployment website, and just go ahead and go through the application and fill it out. Now, before there used to be a 2-week wait period. Now that wait period is no longer applicable. So if you apply, you should be eligible to get your money right away. However, there's a long line that everybody is applying now. So the sooner you apply, the better your chances of getting your money as soon as possible. If you got rifted, let's say in January or February of this year because of this coronavirus as well, you can get unemployment for all of the previous weeks that you've been home, but you haven't been able to get paid. So when you apply for unemployment, it's going to ask you for when you got let go, or when you got laid off, or when your business started suffering because of this pandemic. And if you're able to put the right information in and the right dates, then they can pay you for the back weeks that you haven't been receiving your paychecks. Now, the other thing with the unemployment program is with this stimulus package, there's an additional $600 for anybody who applies. So in Georgia, I think the highest that you can receive for unemployment is about $300 and something. So if you qualify for the full $300 and something a week, then you would receive an additional $600 to that. So you'd be getting $900 a week instead of the $300 that you would ordinarily get. Please, if you are affected by this, go ahead and apply. People are so focused on the $1,200 that they're missing out on a lot more money. Right, Victoria? Because if you think about this, you can receive up to $900 a week.
A week, wow.
In unemployment money. But then instead of people maybe looking in that avenue and seeing how best they can take advantage of that in this situation, they're more concerned about the $1,200. The $1,200, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to do anything.
It will come anyway.
If you don't qualify for it, you won't receive it. However, you may qualify for the unemployment aspect of it.
Okay.
Do you have a question for me on that?
Wow. That's very eye-opening. I didn't know all that. That's so eye-opening. I hope it will help somebody. Can you please give us your number again? So we'll put it there.
My number is 720.
Okay, so
9440.
720
278
278
9440.
9440.
And my email address is sparksfinancialservices@gmail.
Okay, I think they put. When you finish, can you put all the information? I know Abby have put the address there, so if you can also add all the information that people will need if they have to contact you, I think that would be very, very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. This was a very eye-opening, and I think we needed that. So thank you so much for coming on this afternoon. God bless you so much, lady.
It's been a pleasure, Lady Victoria. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right. So I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bye, darling. Thank you so much for joining me, Woman of Influence, Victoria Krepi. I am very grateful, and I thank God for your life. I pray that as you go out there, and even as you are home, that every need of you will be provided. Our God is a provider, He's a protector. He will protect us, and continue to please keep safe and take very good care of yourself. Continue to practice all the things that the doctors are telling us. So please continue to wash your hands, continue to clean yourself, continue to make sure you wipe everything around you. Drink a lot of fluid. Around this time you want to drink a lot of fluid. If you can't, just put lemon in every water that you drink and make it a very pure water for you to drink around this time. And please continue to exercise, move your body, move yourself. So continue to also move yourself. And I trust God that all of us will be counted, and we will see each other very, very soon. But once again, thank you so much. This is Victoria Krepi. Please go out there, and that's the time to shine our light brighter. All right. God bless you. I will see you next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.